And welcome back to Deep Thought. This is the final episode of Tomb Raider, and we start off with a boss fight.
Boom!
Yeah, except it's not a very interesting boss fight. It's just
shoot.
Shoot and avoid his attacks. And be careful. You gotta avoid these attacks, because one of them, he'll grab you and then just kind of slam you to the ground a bunch of times.
I'm gonna call this boss the motherfucker.
Ah, I see what you did there. This is probably the biggest of all, and so you would call it the mother. And
yes.
It lives in a vagina, as you've said before. So yeah, that's a funny one.
And it's thrusting kind of sexually towards you.
Best way to take this thing out is with the shotgun and then the Uzis, and then this has this overlong death scene in which it explodes.
Is it dying now?
Yeah, it's dying. And then it explodes.
Boom.
And now it's time for us to get out of here, because this whole place is falling apart.
I can just imagine the Metroid, the Super Metroid thing at the end of the game where it's just self-destruct, time bomb set, evacuate immediately. Doon 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 doon. It'd be cool if you had a time limit.
Actually, I was wrong. That was a bit too early. The whole thing isn't falling apart just yet.
Do you get a time limit when it's falling apart?
No, but there are a bunch of falling platforms and stuff, so watch your head.
It would have been cool if they had a time limit at the end, at the end of Metroid games.
I suppose.
I always enjoyed that about Metroid games.
Yeah, I could give or take.
They're so cool though. I mean, yeah, they're kind of annoying, but at the same time, it's really fucking cool that the whole planet's exploding.
I guess. But when it's your first time playing and you maybe want to try to get everything out of the game as you can, and that time limit just kind of limits how much you can do within that time.
Well, in Super Metroid at least, you can get it all, you can basically 100% the game before you go to the final, you can basically 100% the game before you beat the final boss, so then you can just rush out at the end then, and you're done.
Yeah, I know. I mean, pretty much all the Metroid games do that, but yeah, Super Metroid looks particularly tricky to 100% because of all those hidden items and shit.
It's easy enough when you know what you're doing. I personally haven't done it myself, but Johnny seems to be able to do it quite well, and even then, if I'm quite sure I could do it if I really invested myself. I have gotten 90-something%.
Yeah, well, I have 100% into all three of the Prime games, so
You need to play Super Metroid and then do deep thought on it so I can talk about how awesome Super Metroid is.
Yeah, I'll consider it. I might have to get an emulator of some sort working.
Either that, or if you have do you have a capture card?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yet to get one.
I recommend the Elgato Game Capture HD. Not the HD 60, just the HD, because that has a component and composite ports, which help with old system recording.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I suppose so, but I kind of wanted to get the HD 61, because I like 60 frames per second in my game footage when available.
You can do that, but that only has HDMI and HDMI port. Plus, but with the HDMI, with just the HD, you can still record 60 frames per second in 720p HD, which to me is fine. That's why I use that instead, but it's up to you, honestly. I don't care.
Yeah. So this little section of platforming it's filled with more ledges that you may or may not slide off if you're not careful enough. And there's also these little lava spurts that actually do hurt you if you get close to them.
Those particle effects.
Actually pretty decent.
Can't complain. I mean, they're just 2D sprites, but they still look pretty cool and effective. Sometimes the simple things can look just great.
Yeah, so, and the first secret is across that little bridge there. I'm not entirely sure how it's activated. Maybe there's another pressure plate or whatever. But in any case, that bridge is kind of timed, so you better hurry before it closes, or you might fall into the lava. Which, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not like I didn't fall into lava or anything. I never make mistakes on here.
So was that the final boss, or?
That was one of the final bosses.
Oh, okay.
The final boss is going to be that Notlia person, and she's pathetically easy.
Oh, okay.
Like every enemy in here.
Bitch face, you mean?
Bitch face, that's right. I forgot we were doing that.
That's the politically correct term, bitch face.
Definitely.
I will admit, bitch face does have some nice bitch tits. The cleavage. Though it does look just like it's plastered onto her chest.
I wonder if there's a nude mod for her as well. I wonder if there's a nude mod for everyone.
The gangster biker or skateboard person.
Yeah, the skateboard Uzi kid has a nude mod to it. It's wonderful. It's everything anyone ever wanted. And their life would be set. Maybe there would be a button in there which you could press, and then everyone would spontaneously start having sex. Yeah, triggering those things is relatively easy, and avoiding them in that particular case was kind of hard. But if you have your back to it, then you can get a running start.
Yee.
And try not to fall through this little breakaway tile, unless you're holding onto the ledge.
Wait, does the game force you to take damage there?
Yeah, I did.
That's not bad game design at all. What if you're low on health and don't have any med packs?
Well, then you're fucked, kiddo.
Great job, game designers.
Yeah. Okay, now the place is falling apart.
Okay.
And now we have to get out of here.
Core design? More like whore design.
Or horrible design. Haha. Haha.
Though they did it... Well, horror design is a bit more kind of accurate because Lara Croft and her... I don't know, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
She's probably not a whore, actually. I imagine she's actually quite the virgin.
True. There's also corrigible design. Corrigible.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a negative... I mean, an adjective used in a negative context, so...
Yeah.
Okay. So I made a pun. I made another pun.
I hope people don't get on my ass for calling Lara Croft a whore just now. I didn't mean it in like a weird, in a mean way. I just mean it in just... It's just a bad pun. Get over it. There's no deep-seated meaning to my saying whore design. It's just a shitty pun.
Yeah.
I'm not like some evil person who hates every woman or something. Plus, she's just a character in a video game.
Yeah. Trigger warning, everyone. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah. So the end of the game pretty much throws all of the traps. Just all of them. It has the rolling balls. It has the swinging scythe axe thing. It has the spikes and the lava.
Yay.
Yeah. So pretty much everything. Oh, and the breakaway tiles, that will also fall into spikes. And that crossfade there definitely does not indicate that I messed this one up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just there because I wanted it to be there. Like, we've just gotten so used to it now.
Exactly. It's just a stylistic choice of this Let's Play.
Mm-hmm.
Let's Plays are art, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's why Sony tried to trademark it.
Dumbasses. You all know I invented Let's Plays.
Mm-hmm. So we have to listen to her, to answer to her for any of this stuff.
Exactly.
And we have you to thank for Sony not letting that happen. Or letting Sony know. You know what I mean.
Yes. Because the courts decided that no, Mia owns the term Let's Play. I'm just being really nice and not suing everyone because I'm a nice person.
She says, gritting her teeth.
All the money is mine.
I believe that was the second secret. Yeah, that was the second secret. Just kind of shimmy your way across the platform that looks like you can't really shimmy across, but you can. And then get some more stuff up there.
Sexy.
And now we come to another series of, like, very elaborate and definitely not overkill traps.
Well, to be fair, it is the final area. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was complete luck. I'm not really, just kind of blindly did it. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't expect to live. I expected to take some amount of damage. So I was quite impressed, and that's why I saved almost immediately after I did that.
Yeah. Gotta admit, this is actually pretty cool looking. This is probably the
Yeah.
most interesting thing I've seen the whole game.
Yeah. And now another lava
Oh,
trap
Jesus.
room. Definitely not bad animation in my eyes.
The lava's moving towards us at a very slow rate. Oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus! Fuck. That's actually really awesome. I'm gonna give the game some genuine credit here. This part's fucking fantastic.
This part isn't, though. It's reminiscent of the fire trial thing from the Midas level. And as far as I know, you don't have any way of turning the fire off. Unless you... I think if you die and then reload the save, the fire might turn off. But, who knows.
Who cares?
No one does. No one cares.
Let's do this.
It's actually kind of easy to avoid. If you just go off to the side, then you won't take as much damage. And now we're coming up to the third secret of the game. And unfortunately, due to a glitch, the game doesn't count it as a secret.
Great job, core design.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, so the game will never recognize you getting 100, all the secrets in the game.
Great job.
Yeah, and this one involves another climbing onto a breakaway tile and then jumping through another swinging axe in order to get to the other side of the area. And it's the last secret, unfortunately. Oh.
I'll miss having to go out of the way for those.
And now we're saving once again because all the way at the bottom, that little water pool is where we have to fall into. And it's very easy to miss your jump. Luckily, I got it that time.
I wish you just hit off the side.
Alright, and now we're coming to Yield Bitchface.
Ooh.
And this, first off, we have her winged form. We have the winged Bitchface. It's not very efficient, but I suppose it'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah, there she is. Doesn't look weird at all. Just spouted wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's basically the equivalent of a centaur and winged Atlantean, and again, pathetically easy. Just avoid her attacks, just do what you did before. And there she goes. She's
Yay.
dead. She's dead. We never have to see her again.
Really? Is that really her? Is that
Yeah,
really
that was
it?
her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she is definitely dead. She's definitely not going to come back a second time.
Really, or...
You can't bump off
Ah, see? And again, now it's more like you're fighting a human, so just kill her before she kills you and use a bunch of med packs before she does or anything.
Shoot her in the tits. Burst her titties. Oh,
Yeah, and now she's dead. Now she's dead.
that's such an anticlimactic death.
I know.
I mean, even the big final boss thing we were fighting at the start of this part had somewhat of a cool climactic death thingy, but that was just anticlimactic. She just falls over and that's it. You win. Well, I guess we haven't won yet. We still have to get out of here.
Yeah, we still have to do one last climbing challenge in order to get out of here, and then the game will play the FMV that notes that we have escaped the island and won. So, yeah.
Congratulations, you have completed a great game.
And honestly, we might as well start wrapping up here because Laura is going to take her sweet time getting to here. So, Tomb Raider. I like Tomb Raider. I like it a lot. I like the platforming challenges. I like getting secrets. I love the sound design, even though it does sound rather compressed. The story is actually pretty good. The game doesn't look that well, hasn't held up that incredibly well, but it's not like cancerous to look at or anything. As we've noted throughout this entire playthrough, it is rather tedious. And some of the puzzle design isn't really that deep when you think about it, but it's still a pretty good game, even to this day, even 20 years later, almost 20 years later.
It is 20 years later.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, okay, so from all the footage that you've seen, Mia, what do you think of the original Tomb Raider?
Yeah, it looks like it's a game that was definitely very inspirational or not innovative, but it was a game that was very, what's that word? Fuck.
Groundbreaking?
Not even, I guess groundbreaking in a way. It's definitely a game that like left a legacy and was very popular and stuff. And I can't remember the exact word I was thinking of, but yeah, it looks good. It probably it's not like something I'd probably go out of my way to play, but you know, it looks pretty cool, and that was a fantastic sequence. But no, you know, if you're into this kind of thing, I can see, you know, this game being cool. I can see you liking this game, and you know, it's a classic, so I can't complain too much.
Alright, that's good to know. And even if, as we've said, it's not that great for commentary, we've had a decent time coming up with a bunch of jokes and coming up with all sorts of Tomb Raider lore and canon for the series.
And she dies. The end.
Yep, she's dead.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not her. That's her ghost. It's ghost Laura.
You should have just cut to the credits.
Yeah, probably should have.
How did she find this? Is this the same speedboat from earlier?
Yeah, this is the same speedboat from earlier.
Okay.
Yep, and yeah, the whole island exploded, everyone died, and no one will ever know what happened on the mysterious island of Atlantis.
Thank fuck.
Yeah. And that will do it for this series of Deep Thought. Thank you for watching. If you have been watching, we really appreciate it.
I don't. I'm just kidding, I do.
Yeah, and we think you'll enjoy the next series that Mia and I are going to be doing together. There's going to be a little trailer at the end. And so, in any case, watch these nice little credits here, and we'll see you next time on Deep Thought.
Bye. I love you.
No, you don't.
Shh. You're not supposed to tell them that.